wanted to take a quick second to make a huge announcement. My very own self-published adult coloring book is now available for purchase on Amazon.com. I repeat, my very own self-published adult coloring book is available for purchase right now on Amazon.com. And here you could kind of, see, of course, this is, my copy or whatever, so y'all can't have that. But this is my copy. And the book is, like I say, very high quality. It's a 60-page coloring book. And it has pretty much, 60 mandala style patterns. So it's a very interesting book. I do like the book personally. I feel like the pages are high quality. You can kind of tell the pages are thicker. They have like no bleed, so you don't have to worry about, kind of coloring or whatever you choose to do pretty much, and it bleeding through the next page. So like I say, I definitely recommend the book. And for the book, my link can actually be found in the description below. And once you click the link or whatever, it'll take you to Amazon.com where you can view my author's page once you click my name, and it'll kind of give you a brief description. In addition, I also have a author's website, which is arthurjustinwilliams.com. Once again, it is arthurjustinwilliams.com, and that'll be in the description below. So you could kind of go click that and just see a little additional information about myself and kind of, how the book came about, things of that nature. And I also have the podcast linked and listed in there. So, yeah, man, definitely go check it out. And the book is available to order with Prime. So I know it's not 1 day anymore or whatever, 1 day shipping. But I think it's like maybe 3-4 days or whatever. So, yeah, man, definitely go check the book out. Like I said, it is on Amazon.com. The link will be below in the description. So, yeah, man, go give it a rating. If you purchase the book or whatever, I greatly appreciate it in advance. Like I say, leave a book review, leave a comment, because I definitely, want to hear what y'all have to say. Oh, ouch. And you officially tuned in to season 2, episode 1 of the Organic Mindset Podcast. So yeah, man, if you watched any of the videos from last season, I want to thank you. And it's crazy, it's been a journey. I was on Snapchat real quick. I was on Snapchat recently, and I was getting like a lot of memories and stuff like that, pretty much just from like a year ago. So pretty much, the podcast is, 1 year old. And I took, a slight break or whatever, but I feel like, pretty much with season 2, it's more about the people, kind of what they want to hear. So, I'm relying on y'all. To, give feedback and pretty much just kind of, state some of the things that y'all want to see. And it's crazy because, even though it's a new season, we had a whole season behind us, 20 plus episodes. I feel like I'm starting all over. But, yeah, man, we're going to get right into it, and if you kind of familiar with the show, you pretty much know kind of, what the topics kind of consist of. But yeah, man, like I say, season 2, I, expect a lot of great things, expect a lot of feedback. So yeah, man, we're going to get straight into it. So the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about is what defines, self-growth. And of course, I want some engagement on that. So, definitely go, comment, what you consider, self-growth or whatever, because I feel like personally it could be defined, in so many aspects. And I feel like important reason, I kind of asked that question was because, I feel like I had to really just kind of express that, more so today, this week, this month, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of, going through different situations. And I know, a lot of times people feel like, I guess you'll say, certain situations there, they won't resonate with them as soon as they happen. So something, later down the line, whether it be days, weeks, whatever, they like, dang, that happened. I feel like, self-growth in certain aspects is realizing, it happened, but moving forward, and I feel like all in all, it's really just all about, how you kind of like, how you react to certain situations. Because, I feel like, with us being human and stuff like that, we all know that we're going to, encounter our different battles and different hurdles in life. But it's pretty much just all about, how you react to it. And I feel like, that's kind of like so important. And I feel like, that's kind of one of the things I've really been practicing more so because, that's something I feel like I preach on the regular. And that was kind of, another one of the things I was curious about and, something to kind of just be mindful of, because I feel like these last few days, well, I wouldn't even say last few days, more so like last few weeks, even can go months. I pretty much just kind of been, I'm still real big on the journal, nothing changed with that. But I feel like one of the things, I kind of been doing is just kind of like dedicating an hour a day, or at least, 30 minutes or whatever, kind of define my goals, but also kind of do some like deeper thinking. And I feel like that's kind of, helped me move closer to my purpose, as well as just kind of like realize, certain things that matter and certain things that don't. And I mean, that's kind of like based on, the person or whatever, and just kind of like different things. But I feel like, having this time to kind of like think to myself, well, it's no TV on. I don't really turn my phone on D&D, but I mean, I have the self-discipline to, put my phone down for 30 minutes to an hour plus. But, in order to pretty much just kind of like knock that out, I feel like it's very simple to, kind of do that or whatever. So I feel like that's, kind of important practice to play. Excuse me. I feel like that's important, like, practice to kind of just implement into your day. That's what I really meant. But yeah, though, like I say, whether it's, different methods or whatever, I feel like I'm more of a like write something down type person. And I feel like, that's kind of like helped me, because I have like a million notes in my phone, but I kind of question myself, like, when will I go back and, actually look at them? Some days I do. And a couple of months ago, I had actually did like I guess you'd say like a phone cleanse. Like I had went, through a lot of my emails, pictures, kind of deleted like a bunch of, like crap or whatever. And now I'm pretty much back to that point, because I mean, you see stuff during the day, you screenshot it, get a whole bunch of, junk emails, put little quick notes in your phone. And a lot of times for me, that doesn't really work out, just because I feel like I'm better at writing it. I don't mind going back and like looking at something, or if it's in a video form, I don't mind, going back and looking at it like that either. But when it comes to those notes, it's like you putting so many notes in your phone. Me personally, putting so many notes in my phone, it's like I'm probably not gonna go back and read it. So that was kind of, one of those things I wanted to be, kind of just put out there. But another thing that I really, I guess, wanted to say, and just kind of like to further expand back on what I was saying at first, was, so the things that you do you really practice what you preach? Like, I feel like myself, I always kind of like practice positivity, preach positivity, and just kind of always try to spread that. I mean, we all human, so we all have our days and stuff like that. But I feel like it's kind of like about how you, display that, radiate that, because I could easily, try to put my problems on somebody else. But I found, it's fine to state, I guess, when you're having a bad day. But I feel like it's the way that you go about it, because it is a such thing as kind of trying to push that up on somebody else, like, man, you won't guess what happened, compared to saying, hey, this happened, blah, 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 and just sitting there laughing it off, And I mean, in a serious manner, like, you have to genuinely, laugh it off, not just on some like fake laugh, like laugh to stop from crying, because I feel like, it's never that. Y'all see that little bug? Or that little fly, man? Yeah, but anyway, though. Man, it's just, it's crazy. Like, I think I was on YouTube earlier, and like I said, I mean, I could care less about this. I feel like it's just more so about, getting that meaning out, and just, kind of getting like that content out. And, me, I won't put it out unless it's, meaningful, in my opinion. And in addition to that, I had actually I had actually, did a video like maybe a month ago. And I was pretty much just kind of saying, hey, taking a big break from the podcast, no telling when I'll be back. And, for the longest, it just kind of set my phone. And, that was kind of like one of the last videos I made. Or even just kind of like one of the last videos I had saved, I want to say. So I kind of go back to it, every other day, every couple of times, out the week. And I just go look at it and I be like, dang, should I go ahead and, put this out there or whatever? But I don't know, for some reason lately, like within these last 2 months, it's been like a lot of people just kind of asking me, about the podcast, just kind of asking, how it's going, saying that they seen it. And I realize, with like social media and just kind of like the internet in general, like a lot of times, with videos, that I guess the thing about it is, it's forever out there. So regardless of when I choose to publish it, I could publish it today. Somebody might see it, a year later. It's forever out there. So just kind of, hearing like about that engagement and just kind of like people asking about it, just kind of fueled me to, be like, man, let me just go ahead and get back in this lab and put out some more videos, because I always have a lot to say or whatever. And like I say, just kind of more so meaningful topics. But I just kind of wanted to come out here and just pretty much just put out some type of video, just pretty much just kind of explaining, or even just kind of like further elaborating on some of the things that I kind of been thinking about. And another thing I really wanted to talk about was is multitasking. So I've been seeing like a lot of videos, I guess you would say multitasking, or putting your time and energy towards multiple large products or projects. So yeah, with that, I'm kind of curious, like, for all the listeners and stuff, like I say, comment below for sure. That engagement is everything. But do y'all feel like it's more important to dedicate your time towards one thing, or more so kind of try to delegate and do 50-50 or 33-33? What works for y'all? And in addition to me asking the question, of course I have to get my feedback. So I personally feel like if anybody ever asks me hey Justin, what you got going on, they know I got a million things going on. And I feel like that just kind of makes it more meaningful when I do certain things. I mean, I have come to the realization, like, I probably might not be giving my 100%, obviously, because I'm doing so many different things. But I feel like if you finding a good balance, and you progressively working towards everything, and it's not overwhelming, then I feel like it's a pretty good thing. Because honestly, for me it's somewhat of a struggle to try to do one thing, because I understand that some of the things that I'm doing are pretty much, in my opinion, almost mandatory. So it's not like I could just slack up off of that just because I want to do this too. So it's like either do both, or have a feeling of incompleteness, and I feel like that's just kind of the best way for of saying that for me. So yeah, that was just kind of, like I say, a couple of things I had on my mental today, and I just pretty much so like I said, wanted to put them out there. But definitely with this season, y'all can expect a lot more, a lot of shorts. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. And pretty much the same rules apply as last season. I mean, if you see me on a video by myself, you can already kind of dictate it's pretty much not gonna be an extremely long video unless I have a lot to say. And like I said, I want my stuff to be meaningful, not just a bunch of fluff. So I always was mindful of that, and just kind of being in the aspect of, okay, if you only have 5 minutes worth of stuff to say, keep it to 5 minutes. So yeah, man, that's all I have. But like I say, season 2 is definitely gonna be a lot of surprises, a lot of different people or whatever, some of the same people. So yeah, like I say, thank y'all. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the page if you haven't. And if you haven't checked out season 1, definitely go do that. Like I say, throughout the video, you will see a couple pop-ups. You even see a pop-up, probably now or so, no telling. But yeah, like I say, thank y'all. Season 2, a lot of big things coming. Peace.